Hello and welcome to part 3 of my Pentagon challenge on Football Manager 2012. I expected a later date to be the cut-off point to my videos, but due to some drastic results, I've had to fast forward my updates for you, and let's just take a look at what has happened. So this was my debut match, 1-0 loss to Newcastle United Jets. And ever since then our results have been atrocious. I thought Melbourne Heart 2-1 win against them, who are last placed in the A-League. I thought that was going to be a bit of a catalyst to a good run, but in fact, it couldn't have been further from the truth. Wellington Phoenix, the New Zealand team, are in form. I couldn't really take that away from them. 1-0 loss, I accept that. But Sydney FC and the Central Coast Mariners absolutely trounced us. 3-1 by Sydney and then 5-2 at home to Central Coast. I mean, I was criticised in the media in the game for being very inexperienced and for joining the A-League basically with no experience. I really don't want that to be the case. I want to be a success here in Australia, and these results are completely what I wanted to avoid. And so victory against Melbourne Victory, probably the most famous A-League team ever since its inception. They're here to try and completely and utterly knock me out of anything respectable in this A-League season. They're very much in the doldrums as well. They're only one place above us. The top 6 is where you want to be in the A-League. We'll just take a look now. Yeah, come on, load. There we go. So Melbourne Victory are 4 points clear of us. They're a similar state, but if we lose this game at home to them, we are in serious trouble. Fingers crossed that the team will buck up and improve for me, but at the moment I just finally realised the kind of, it's dawned on me the task I have to, how hard I have to get this team improved. I mean, I could only really make 2 transfers, and it's just as hard to bring people in as it is to get them out, as I'll just explain now. My first transfer was Gilberto Martinez on a free. He has good stats, 32 years old. He is the right back that we've been desperately seeking. We have absolutely no senior right backs, and thankfully our Costa Rican friend has changed that for us. I found this guy on a free in FIFA 12 as well. I picked him up in my St. Patrick's Athletic game where I won the Champions League with them. But that was on professional difficulty, so not quite the same as winning it on world class or legendary. But it's nice to see this guy again, and hopefully, despite the 2 games, he joined just as we were getting absolutely humiliated. Hopefully that'll look better in the future. Our second signing, I gambled on putting a marquee contract type player into the team, and it's none other than Scott Chipperfield. We finally convinced him to leave his beloved FC Basel, and despite being 36 years old, he's got really good stats. His mental stats in particular are outstanding. He's still got good technical attributes, and he still has stamina and fitness at a premium. We needed more strength in the left side of midfield, and he's provided for us. But as I said, we're really struggling to get players to leave the club. I bothered just to get one guy out, Golgol Mabrahu of Eritrea, country in Africa, and he wasn't really good enough. I tried him out once or twice, didn't do the job. We have enough strikers already, but it's just very hard to get people out. We'll take a look at the squad overall again. There are definitely some players that should go in here. Not good enough. Gerberwaite, I don't like him. Broadfoot hasn't appealed to me very much either. But let's try and be positive in the circumstances. And my star man has been Peter Jungslanger. his performances are initially quite, they were timid, really timid performances. But as you can see, in the 2 games where we were, completely never in the contest, Sydney, his free kick against Sydney was outstanding, and he scored a double against Central Coast. But that was nowhere near good enough to get him the Man of the Match award, I'm afraid. Our defence has let us down quite badly, but I feel we've got good central defenders. Michael Thwaite has returned to us from injury. Understandably, he wasn't going to play well when he's not fully fit, but I feel he still has plenty to offer to Gold Coast, and I still have faith in him. Same goes for Ante Rocic. He's a good player, 25 years old, Croatian. But the problem is his morale. He has not reacted well. His morale is shot. We have to try and get him to, kind of have a bit of a good time on the pitch again. Adama Traore has done a fairly good job for me as well. Ivorian player. He has he has played fairly well in difficult circumstances. I can understand these two were never going to be good, but we'll move on. The strikers haven't really appealed to me too much. Unfortunately, one of our midfielders, Jonas Sally, has picked up a 3-week injury. He's on loan from Chengdu Blades, who rip off Sheffield United with a crest. I think he's a good player. The scouts disagree with me. His performances have not shown my faith in him. But he picked up an injury against Central Coast. We're constantly trying to shuffle our strike force. We don't know who is our best striker. As we look in our reserve squad, the youth squad, we've got a very, very good midfielder. Where is he? I know he took him out, I think. No, where is he? Excuse me, where is he? Yes, here we go, excuse me, there he is. He was in the youth squad. I really want to get him back in the team after an injury. No, he's got very good stats. Passing could be a bit of an improvement, but, strength as well. But I still think he'd be a vital part of the team once we get him, match fit. The youths had to come in and take over. Josh Brilliante, he had to be our right back for a while because we were suffering so badly. So that's pretty much all I have to say at the minute. Not too good. We have to win this game against Melbourne Victory, or else our season realistically is over, and we'll just have to play for pride in our remaining games. So I'll return to you once I've made my tactics, and hopefully Melbourne Victory will give us a victory as opposed to a defeat. Oh, excuse me. Welcome back to Football Manager 2012. It's time for a very, very important team talk. My starting 11, Tyson, his first appearance under me because of the amount of goals my number 1 keeper has leaked. We've got Martinez, Reese, Rocic, Traore, Halloran, he's one of our young guys, Jung Slager, I hope I got that right, it's a bit tricky. We got Barker Daesh, he's making his debut for Gold Coast. We've got Scott Chipperfield, and up front we've got Dylan McAllister and Joe Porter. And morale, as you can see, is dreadful. Our assistant says we need to keep their morale up, and we're gonna passionately showing what you can do. So that's not a good team talk, I'm afraid. We'll try and tell them there's really no pressure on them. Starting with the goalkeeper, calmly. Pressure's off. Didn't like it. Strikers. We'll try and take the pressure off. Yeah, that's done okay. Calmly. Pressure off. Relaxed. That's a good. And then calmly again, pressure's off. That's good. Okay. So the guys, they're tense, they're nervous. I've gotten them a little bit calmer. Will that do the business? Let's wait and see. I'll just set my instructions. I have the usual routine of instructions. Hopefully these will do the trick. So Gold Coast versus Melbourne Victory, live from Skilled Park. So very important game for both teams. A loss would be of a serious consequence to Gold Coast. But here's Gilberto Martinez. Cleared, it's gone to Hernandez. Alsop looks up. Ferreira, good save by Tyson. And it's very important to note that Gold Coast have problems leaking goals in the early stages, the late stages, and before and after half time. That kind of has to be ironed out. Here comes Melbourne Victory's Hernandez. He's won a corner. 10 minutes played. We don't need this today. It's just one game. This as well can go. And Jungslager clears. Rojas. Hernandez cleared. Barker Daish. Jungslager. Lovely ball, but it's a little bit too overcooked even. And the pressure will not cease. Martinez has a throw in. Couldn't reach a Gold Coast player. And now long ball that is useless. Rotzik should get there. Back to Tyson. A good game for him. Could see him become the new number 1. Scott Chipperfield. Joel Porter on the ball now. Joel Porter down the wings, and he's unmarked. Oh, that has to be a penalty. It is. Gold Coast have won a penalty. It's perhaps a serious breach of the rules there to harass the man when he was trying to take a header. Poor defending from Melbourne Victory, and this is a critical moment in their season. The home fans expect it's McAllister. Will he go left, right, or through the middle? He's missed! He's missed the penalty. Here's a look at the replay. Oh, he's got it all wrong. He was trying to be absolutely clinical with it, but perhaps he took it a step too far. Chipperfield has put it wide. Great effort. Gold Coast are starting to get the initiative, but they can't let slip, or else Melbourne Victory will punish them. Hernandez is through. He's lobbed it over the keeper, and that is perhaps undeserved, but it is a critical goal. It's well taken. Hernandez beats Reese easily, and look at that for sheer audacity. Hernandez puts Melbourne Victory 1-0 ahead. Gold Coast, can Melbourne be their lucky city? Can they get a comeback going? No, it's Christian Reese trying to make up for his error, letting Hernandez through on goal. 37 minutes gone. Traore to Chipperfield. Traore, Barker Daish. Here's Jungslager. Can he grab yet another goal? He's looked up. Chipperfield has won a corner now, and he'll go straight into the box to try and assist his team. He got the number 7 shirt, as it was vacant at the moment. Harmon signed him. Jungslager. It bounced in the 6-yard box, yet no one wanted it. Traore, Martinez, Rotzik, Jungslager again. Looks backwards sensibly. Barkadesh. Good tackle. Barkadesh has lost it now. Alsop and Hernandez. Back to Alsop. Good ball. Ferreira now. Rojas. Good clearance. So a lot of players for Melbourne or for Gold Coast have pretty poor ratings, according to our panelists. That has got to improve. It's Brember, Hedjuk, Brebner, Cernak cutting inside for the left wing. Rojas! What a finish! What a finish for Rojas! And this really is disastrous. We said Melbourne or Gold Coast concede goals at critical moments in the game, and they've done it yet again. Defence splitting past. They were statues there. Now, what will Harmon have to say about this? Will he even survive the season? Awful, awful performance. Now back to my perspective as opposed to a commentator. Yeah, that was really, really poor. That epitomises what we've been like all season. So passionately tell them I want better, and there's no response. I'll try and tell them a bit of faith. Right, we got one fella, Jake Barkadage, getting confidence. I'm disappointed. There we go. That helped the two of the defenders and the goalkeeper. Calmly tell him I've got faith, and that hasn't worked. We'll need to try and play a patient counter-attacking game, because I usually just get angry and tell the team push up and push up, try and get a straight, you know, get a goal straight away, but it has not worked. Gold Coast 0, Melbourne victory 2 at half time. Straight into the second half we go. Hernandez from a corner, and Rojas over the bar. So I have Brown, my favourite midfielder for victory at the moment. Now I have to consider making substitutes. Something's really happened. Morale is shot. I have to bring on Brown for Jungslanger. It's really unfortunate. He hasn't played too well today. His fitness, I absolutely despise playing players with less than 95% fitness, but it's just so desperate. I have to do it. Maceo Rigters, I remember him from FIFA 11 during my Chisena days. He needs to come on. Dylan McAllister, his morale is just it's hit rock bottom, and he needs to come off after missing that key penalty. And I'll save Thwaite till last, I'd say. I'll try and fluidize our tactics, try and get them a bit better. James Brown will have to say no pressure. Maceo Rigters, I really want this guy to perform. I know he's got potential, but he's just not showing it. It's just a real sad case. I know these guys can succeed, but they're not proving it. And even though the media predicted us to finish ninth, I had a look at our media prediction. We're doing slightly better than expected, but only just. We really don't want to let this game go. We need to have a comeback. Let's see what happens. Here goes Tyson. Rigters. Joe Porter. Porter needs to look up, but he actually goes alone. Oh, off the side netting. Not bad at all. 69 minutes played. It's Cernak, Hernandez. Oh, and an injury. I think that guy had a knock. Pongelak has a bit of a knock. But Melbourne victory have a corner. And could they pretty much humiliate Gold Coast again at home? Here goes Scott Chipperfield. Oh, that was cleared, but it's a throw in. That's a good header. Rojas. Hernandez. Oh, it's Rigters, but it's header, a weak header. Wide. Way wide. May as well make the change now. Martinez, yet again. His ratings are appalling. And Thwaite will have to take that place off him. Calmly just say pressure off. At least we need to get one goal. If we're going to lose, we may as well at least score. But now I'll tell them to attack one more time. Overload. Take more risks. Free kick for Melbourne victory. Thwaite clears. Porter could have had the loose ball. Rigters now turns his defender. He's got space. Look up for Chipperfield. Good save. Well done to Kovic in goal. That would have been a great moment for Gold Coast, and a bit of would have been a bit of a successful moment there for Chipperfield. Would have scored his first goal for the club. He signed for €80,000. I don't know how much that is in Australian dollars. That's off the post. That one was all off the post. It could have been a great goal for a Melbourne victory, but here's Maceo Rigters. Thwaite couldn't get the ball far enough into the box, and now a counter attack presented for Melbourne victory. But Thwaite is fine with the tackles, no problem getting stuck in. 3 minutes of added time to go, and it's a tame ending. Gold Coast have lost again, and there's nothing else that can be really said. Melbourne victory cruise to their success, and their season has recovered, hopefully from their point of view, from a blip. But for Gold Coast it gets worse. Beaten comprehensively again. I'll just quickly have this team talk. No point really summarising that. And it certainly wasn't pleasurable. I've got to say, assertively not happy. Some people are stressed and demotivated, but it's gotten the message through. The goalkeeper did okay, but I won't replay him again. I'll just say, right, yeah, we're unlucky today. Defenders, right, Christian Reese. Damn, I thought that would improve it. Well, that's made his effort a bit worthless. No one else really performed. But yeah, morale. There's nothing worse than a demoralised team. Cernak got both the assists. And there we go. Melbourne victory advanced into 6th place, which is where they want to be. Gold Coast very much in the battle to avoid becoming the worst team in the A-League. That'll do for this episode. I apologise. It's just nothing but misery. Hopefully by the time we play Melbourne victory again, I'll have found a bit of a solution, an antidote, whatever you want to describe it as. But for the moment, I just have more transfer work to do. It's just dreadful what we're going through. But anyway, thank you for watching. Have a good day.